Hey guys, I'm here back again at my property in Fairview. Um, this is quite a while since my last video, but we've at the finish line here now. There's basically small minor painting touch-ups that need to be done. Otherwise, the whole thing is pretty much done. We have the vinyl plank tile laminate, vinyl plank tiles in here for the kitchen and the dining area. Got the stainless steel appliances, white basic cabinets that I got from Kent. We got the extra storage in here, the double sink. And yeah, this is nice big dining area. You can put a full dining table in here, seat the full 9-10 people. We've got the living room here, and yeah, we got the washer dryer still in here. We're finishing up some touch-ups in the bathroom. And so they're still here. They're going to be moved. I'll show you guys where those are going to go. Got the open space kind of thing, or half wall in here, so it creates a nice separation between the areas, at the same time keeping it open so you can be in the kitchen talking to someone in the living room or watching TV as you eat. We got the hallway here with 2 bedrooms on the left, 1 bedroom on the right, and the bathroom. Bathroom is basic 36-inch vanity with that's the higher quality laminated countertops. So they kind of look like marble, but that's just laminate, higher quality one. Again, got most of the stuff here from Kent. Went with the double fixture because the electrician messed up, and so he put the outlet right in the middle above. So originally I wanted to put a full 4 feet by 3 feet mirror, but because the outlet was right there, we put a smaller mirror. And because he put the light way to the left, basically by the corner of the vanity, so it doesn't look way out of place, we put the second one to kind of match it, so now it looks like we just put it 2 of them on either side of the vanity. The soaker tub, so just a deeper tub, so you can take an actual bath. An actual bigger adult can actually take a bath in here. Then we got right behind the door, we got the space for the washer dryer, and we got here, this should be screwed in. That's the heat recovery system. So now they require by code to have a heat recovery system. This basically works as a ventilation, but it keeps by combining the cold air that's coming in and the hot air coming out. They get the air that comes in to be not as cold, so you recover some of the heat basically that you otherwise lose if you just open the window or anything else. Yeah, finished bedroom. Those are all good sized bedrooms, so I would say this is about an 8 by 10, so fits in easily a queen bed and maybe a dresser, that kind of thing, or yeah, just full size closet. This actually goes a little bit deeper in there. As you can see inside. And then 2 more bedrooms. They're actually pretty much about the same size. I think this one is actually maybe a little bit bigger, like 8.5 by the 10. Same idea, same closet. So we used they're kind of adjacent to each other, so they're identical. Just half of the wall is going towards this side and the other half is going towards the other side. The opening. We'll get And third bedroom. This used to be a much bigger room, but we gave some of the space to create a closet and to create a space for the washer dryer. We had to do some bulkhead due to the really big vents that come from the heat recovery system. We didn't account for it at first. That came as part of the review for the permit that I submitted. They demanded the heat recovery systems, so we had to adjust for them. And then we have the deck. So that was completely rebuilt. There was something there before, but it was not up to code. It was barely standing, and so we replaced the whole thing. Yeah, we built it from scratch. 12 by 12 deck, and you actually got a really nice view of the city from here. I don't know if you can see it particularly well, but you we're somewhat over on a hill here, so we got a view of the city a little bit, and a good view of the neighbors. And yeah, we got a decent sized yard in here with an apple tree that actually has some apples on it during the spring and summer. There's still some work that needs to be done in here once we hit the spring. I'm gonna do some landscaping, add a shed in here, and finish up that piece that is missing for the fence. You know, we don't want to let small kids run in the backyard and fall over the hill there or anything. And I'll go downstairs now and show you guys the downstairs. It's kind of getting to be a longer video, but it's been a while. So we're gonna go downstairs. Yeah, all the plants are brand new. I put them on a Kent card, so sorry, not the Kent card, the Home Depot card. So I don't have to pay them for. I don't have to pay really out of my pocket right now, at least. I don't have to pay for any of the appliances for about a year. No interest, 1% payments. So you pay 1% of the total you owe on the card. I do have my card maxed out right now, so I pay 1% of the limit on the card. Downstairs, I don't know if we had the cover here, the overhang before, but we've built an overhang, so gotta make sure that there's no floods in here where the stairs are at. That's a common issue with the entrance to a basement unit. You get them flooding pretty often if you don't take care of that. So we've created an open concept in here. So that's gonna be the living room. That is the living room. I would say that's about a 10 by 12 or so. So you put the couch somewhere on the right side here, a TV somewhere in the corner there, so it's kind of open to the kitchen and dining area right in there, and the kitchen is wrapping around it. We put a light just for the dining area kind of thing. We had a little bit less space for the kitchen here, so we went with the single sink. There's space for the dishwasher, and the full-size appliances, some cabinets. Then we have the utility room. We moved one of the panels upstairs, so they have their own control over the power. We got the 2 units that I've showed before. We did have issues with one of the pumps. So you see at the bottom we have the pumps. So those are condensing boilers, so they recover some of the heat of the condensing that happens while they burn natural gas, and so it releases some water over time that once it gets cooled down, it has some water, and the pumps get it to the sewer. And so what happens, so you can see the second pump is different. Basically the guys who did the spray foam, when they started cutting some of it, so it doesn't go beyond the wall, they got a bunch of pieces inside of the pump stuck in the pump, and the pump stopped working. So we had a small leak in there, but the guys who installed it actually came and replaced it for free. I guess we didn't tell them that it wasn't their fault, but and then yeah, again, we're using the same materials exactly. No, I bought ones for the whole thing. This bedroom is probably the same as upstairs, so you got your 8 by 10, 8 by 9 or so, good size. The closets in here are much deeper though. It's closed shut by the paint. Alright, I'm not gonna break it, but they're very deep. We might see it on the other side. Similar situation here. We just didn't bother with the second light because we have the vent for the heat recovery system in here. So one light works in here. Otherwise, it's all the same structure. Heat recovery right above it. Yeah, so the same idea. So the kitchen and the bathrooms have the same vinyl plank. Otherwise, the rest of it is 12mm laminate tiles, yeah, or the planks. Another good size room. This part still needs to be painted a bit, so you can see they started some of it, but they will spray the rest of the doors. Exit to the backyard. So that was the biggest difference between the upstairs and downstairs. I suppose it's the fact that upstairs, that's where the door goes, but downstairs there was already a door, right? And we don't want to cut into the actual concrete again and try and fill this up and all kinds of other issues. So we used the existing door and kind of built around it. It used to be part of the actual room that was here, so we used to have an actual wall that would end right there. But it didn't make sense to me to have a door coming to the backyard out of a room. It used to be the kitchen in here, so it kind of made sense. You could you have doors coming out of the kitchen sometimes to the outside, but it didn't make sense to have the kitchen here. Again, because all the pipes, all the water pipes and sewer pipes and all that other stuff would have to go all the way over here, while the actual entrance is on the other side. And again, I wanted that kind of open concept as well, so it didn't make sense to have the kitchen here while the living room is on the other side of the house. So yeah, this room is a bit smaller. If I had to extend my hands to the side, so it's probably about 6.5 by 9 or so. So I mean, you could put a twin bed in here, a desk in the corner, kind of thing. It works as an office, study, a room for just a kid, a playroom, whatever you kind of want. It just wouldn't fit, the double bed, the queen, kind of thing. And yeah, the closets are super deep in here, because it's the same width of a normal hallway, right? It's as wide as the actual door there. So you got basically some extra storage room, if anything. Beyond just a closet, you can have some storage room. Not my first choice, so I let my contractor decide, just to keep a lot of that stuff moving fast, so he doesn't have to call me every single time and then try and decide what is going to go into closets and other stuff. I prefer to actually set up something more kind of, I would call it user-friendly. Okay, that's done incorrectly. Okay, that doesn't even open. Great. Yeah. So this is broken. There's something to fix. So yeah, there's small fixes here and there. They built it incorrectly when they were constructing the actual deadlock there. But yeah, so we because the deck is so high, it's about say 8 feet above the ground. We installed the footings for it. So those go 4 feet into the ground and a little bit over that to make sure that we're beyond the freezing point where the ground freezes. So those footings are not going to move as the ground freezes and unfreezes. If you don't go in deep enough, the ground will start moving those around, and your deck will basically start not falling, but could start leaning and all kinds of issues with it, and it won't be particularly safe. We had some flood issues in here. So because we were missing a piece of the gutter in the corner of the house, all the water was coming right down the side of the house and over here. And this area, they had to dig some of it out, and they put a trench in here as well. This is filled with gravel in there, so the water could go down the hill instead of it used to pile right by the door here. There's a concrete slab in here. The water used to just pile in here, and then it would start moving once the water was filled. It would start moving in whatever direction it could, and because the ground was higher than the actual basement floor, it would just flood into the basement. Of course, we found out about that issue once we had some floors already in here. So we had to redo the flooring in this section here all the way into the bedroom because it flooded back into here. So that's one of the things. Water is one of the biggest enemies of the landlord. So you want to make sure that all the water is going in the right locations. You have all water shut off when it's supposed to be shut off, so you don't have floods. I had a flood in here that I've talked about before. Again, because we thought, you want to take the extra precaution if possible. There was the main shut off valve, but there should have been another one inside, and both were supposed to be shut off just in case, kind of thing. And yeah, so I'm looking right now to rent them. I have them posted on Kijiji. I mostly work with Kijiji for renting them. There's still the final inspection missing, so we need the actual occupancy permit to let people live in here. I don't think there's going to be anything that they can say. We had the final electrical inspection done, and we passed that, no problem. All the plumbing passed. At this point, they just want to see that the place is finished. The drywall is actually all hung, and you mudded, you painted. Floors are in. No kind of pieces are missing for normal life in this unit. I don't think it refers to the dishwasher, even though we will get it in here over the weekend. But they're just gonna want to see that the space is finished. I'm looking for, so this is Fairview. I'm looking for 1250 downstairs and 1350 upstairs, plus utilities. So they have their own power and their own gas. Water is included, simply because it would have been way too expensive to try and actually separate the water meters. But yeah, that's about it. I hope you enjoyed looking at it. If you would like to actually see it yourself before it rents, or you want to just see some of the new properties, I got 2 new properties going on right now. Feel free to send me a comment, and if you want to connect, let me know. If you like the video, leave a thumbs up, subscribe, and see you next time.